Now I am become the destroyer of the world.
Detonator charge.
It begins with silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that hums right before something irreversible happens. A man stands in the middle of the desert, his shadow trembling beneath the weight of light. He's not praying. He's not proud. He's watching the horizon burn, realizing that the line between creation and destruction no longer exists. Oppenheimer once believed that knowledge could redeem humanity, that if we could only understand the forces around us, we could learn to control them. But in that moment, as the fire blooms like a second sun, he understands that control is an illusion. And somewhere else, another man watches a different kind of fire. Not the kind that devours worlds, the kind that festers inside them. Bruce Wayne stands above his city like a ghost, haunting his own creation. He built the symbol to protect it. But symbols have a way of growing teeth. Two men, divided by time, bound by guilt. One forged light to end darkness, the other embraced darkness to preserve the light. Both thought they could save the world. Neither realized what the world would take in return. Every story of genius begins with conviction and ends with confession. When the first light of the atomic age touched the horizon, it wasn't triumph that filled the air. It was confusion. Oppenheimer's lips move, but no one hears him. The blast steals sound and gives back only memory. For years he had chased equations the way poets chase meaning, believing that if you solved enough of them, the universe would finally make sense. But now the universe stares back. The man who opened the atom has opened himself. Knowledge has gravity. It pulls on the soul. In Gotham, another man builds his own equation. Fear plus symbol equals order. Batman's math is moral, not nuclear, but the danger is the same. Once you weaponize fear, it never fully belongs to you again. You can hear it in the sirens, in the echo between skyscrapers. Control is a myth, whispered to keep chaos asleep. Both men think they can keep the monster inside the cage. Neither realizes that the cage was always inside them. Nolan frames genius as a mirror. One side brilliance, the other blindness. Oppenheimer stands before chalkboards filled with certainty, each line of math another brick in his moral wall. He believes the structure will hold. But the moment certainty hardens, empathy evaporates. He smiles when generals call him indispensable, unaware that indispensability is a cleaner word for expendable. Bruce Wayne hides in blue light, surrounded by gadgets that promise control. Every new invention pushes him further from the people he swore to protect. Lucius warns him, "You crossed the line first." Bruce answers with silence, because once you justify one invasion of privacy, the next becomes easier. Oppenheimer's bomb and Batman's surveillance machine are built on the same assumption, that the end can forgive the means. Guilt doesn't arrive with sirens, it whispers. In Los Alamos, Oppenheimer faces a cheering crowd. Their joy scrapes against his conscience until applause sounds like screams. He blinks and sees the floor ripple. Faces distort, his imagination finishing what history will later confirm. In Gotham, Bruce faces the Joker, a man who kills meaning itself. No logic, no motive, just a mirror held too close. The Joker forces him to see that order without compassion is another mask. And when Rachel dies, Bruce's purpose cracks. The hero dies not in battle, but in realization. Both men discover that morality isn't measured by effort, but by aftermath. You can build salvation, but you can't live inside it. Time passes, but guilt doesn't age. It calcifies. Oppenheimer walks corridors lined with glass. Reflections multiply until he's everywhere and nowhere. The hearings strip him of titles, not of memory. He becomes a relic of his own discovery, a man history needs, but refuses to forgive. Bruce Wayne withdraws into shadow. Gotham calls him murderer, yet still lights the signal. He watches from rooftops, unseen, unthanked. In both lives, truth is poison. They choose silence because silence offends no one. But silence is also confession. The price of genius isn't loneliness. It's the awareness that your impact outlives your intent. Einstein regretted his letter to Roosevelt. Oppenheimer regretted success. Bruce Wayne regretted the myth he created. All learned the same truth. Humanity celebrates invention, but forgets the inventor's fear. Nolan paints revelation in light. Every burst of orange in Oppenheimer mirrors the flare of chaos in the dark night. Fire and electricity, twin languages of understanding. When the screen burns bright, revelation hurts. When it fades, ignorance returns. Oppenheimer lives with echoes of the blast. Batman lives with the lie of Harvey Dent. Both choose silence over glory. Because once you've touched ultimate power, redemption comes only through restraint. Christopher Nolan builds worlds like equations, perfect balance between logic and chaos. In Oppenheimer, silence is dialogue. In The Dark Knight, noise is confession. He uses time not as chronology, but as conscience. Explosions, laughter, and ticking clocks all measure guilt. Notice how both films breathe. Explosions in one, laughter in the other. Each marking loss of control. The closer Oppenheimer comes to understanding, the more he trembles. The closer Batman comes to victory, the more he disappears. Nolan's heroes don't win. They endure. Their triumph is survival with memory intact. Neither man is redeemed, and that's what makes them eternal. Oppenheimer saves the world and loses his soul. Batman saves his city and loses his name. Both are punished not by failure, but by success. Their legacies are warnings carved in shadow and sound. Brilliance and morality rarely coexist. If genius is the ability to imagine new worlds, then conscience is the curse that forces you to live in them. If you've ever felt the weight of doing the right thing when no one was watching, you already understand these men. They didn't destroy the world. They just showed us how fragile it really is. If you found meaning in these parallels, subscribe for more. Because the line between genius and guilt isn't drawn on the screen, it's drawn in us.